Our prelims, BRICS, recent summits, its funding and other key facts. For main significance of BRICS in the emerging world. Sources, Paper 3. Topic, Inclusive growth and issues arising from it. State Banks Repeal and Amendment Bill, 2017. Context, Parliament passes State Banks Repeal and Amendment Bill, 2017 to merge 6 subsidiary banks with State Bank of India after it was approved by Rajya Sabha. Features of the bill. The bill repeals 2 acts, namely, State Bank of India Subsidiary Banks Act, 1959, and State Bank of Hyderabad Act, 1956. These 2 acts had established State Bank of Bikaner, State Bank of Peshawar, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Hyderabad and State Bank of Travancore. These banks were subsidiaries of SBI. By repealing these 2 acts, 5 subsidiary banks will be merged with SBI. The bill also seeks to amend State Bank of India SBI Act, 1955 to remove references to subsidiary banks and powers of SBI to act as an agent of the RBI for subsidiary banks. Background. The Union Cabinet in February 2017 had approved the merger of 5 associate banks along with Bharatiya Mahila Bank with SBI. The purposes of merger were rationalization of public bank resources, reduction of costs, better profitability, lower cost of funds leading to better rate of interest for public at large and improved productivity and customer service of the public service banks. The merger had made SBI one of 50 biggest banks of the world. What's important? For prelims, SBI and its associate banks merger. For mains, need for merger, issues and significance of large banks. Sources, Topic, Effects of liberalization on the economy, changes in industrial policy and their effects on industrial growth. Cabinet relaxes NELP, pre-NELP Pact rules. Context, the Union Cabinet approved the policy framework to streamline production sharing contracts signed in the pre-new exploration licensing policy and the LP and NELP periods. Key decisions under the framework include increasing the exploration period granted for blocks in the Northeast, and easing the sharing of royalties with the developers of the blocks. New exploration licensing policy and the LP. New exploration licensing policy and the LP was conceptualized by the Government of India during 1997 to 98 to provide an equal platform to both public and private sector companies in exploration and production of hydrocarbons. It provided for establishment of Directorate General of Hydrocarbons DGH as a nodal agency for its implementation. It was introduced to boost the production of oil and natural gas and providing level playing field for both public and private players. Before implementation of the new exploration licensing policy and the LP in 1999, the mere 11% of Indian sedimentary basins were under exploration, which has now increased extensively over the years. About hydrocarbon exploration and licensing policy help. Government of India launched a new policy regime for exploration and production E&P sector, namely hydrocarbon exploration and licensing policy help in 2016, which is paradigm shift from earlier policy regime. The main features of new policy regime are revenue sharing contract, single license for exploration and production of conventional as well as unconventional hydrocarbon resources, marketing and pricing freedom, etc. Open acreage licensing policy OALP under HELP is main innovative feature wherein investor can carve out blocks of their own interest and submit an expression of interest end of line throughout the year. Based on the areas for which expression of interest has been expressed, meeting will be conducted every 6 months. What's important? For prelims, OALP, help. For mains, need for help and its significance. Sources, The Hindu. Facts for prelims. Fair and remunerative price, FRP. Context, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, chaired by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, has approved the fair and remunerative price FRP of sugarcane. What is FRP? FRP is the minimum price that the sugar mills have to pay to farmers. It is supposed to signal to farmers the need to plant more or less cane for the coming year. Approved by CACP recommends the fair and remunerative prices based on intercrop price parity, inflation considerations, fair return to farmers and host of other factors. It is the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs that finally approves it. Ex-pitch lap. What is it? It is a biennial multinational large force employment warfare exercise hosted by the Royal Australian Air Force RAAF. The aim of the exercise is to practice offensive counter-air OCA and defensive counter-air DCA combat in a simulated war environment. Why in news? The Indian Air Force for the first time is participating with fighter aircraft in Exercise Pitch Black 2018. All India Council for Technical Education AICTE. Why in news? Appointments Committee of the Cabinet ACC has approved renewal of appointment of Prof. Anil D. Sahasrabudhe as the chairman of the All India Council for Technical Education AICTE till he attains the age of 65 years. AICTE is a statutory body established in November 1945. It comes under the aegis of Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Human Resources Development. It is a national-level council for technical education responsible for planning and coordination of technical education and management of education system in the country. It accredits graduate and postgraduate programs at Indian institutions.